Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Watford Way. How are you all on this very cold Saturday afternoon here in the United Kingdom? I am doing very good. I hope you guys enjoyed our interview with Christian Kabasele. That was released yesterday at 7 p.m. here on our YouTube channel. If you haven't watched it after today's game, if you have time, I would appreciate if you could go and watch our chat with Christian because I really enjoyed it. 40 minutes long. We discuss everything from Gino Pozzo, Gerard Deulofeu, his time at Udinese. I asked him whether he agreed with how often Watford sacked managers as well. A few exclusives in there from Christian. He mentioned he had a big offer from the Middle East a few seasons ago, but he turned it down to stay at Watford. So lots to get into with that interview. But today we're focusing purely on Derby County versus Watford. So very much looking forward to it. I've got the game on in front of me now. The Watford fans looking very chilly up north in Derby. So hopefully the players can put in a very good performance. Some interesting team news to get into as well. I'll come to your comments in just a moment. Do not worry, guys. But I'll quickly bring up the team news for today's game. Ignore the formation because I think FOTMob have this formation incorrect, actually. I think the formation will probably be a 4-3-3 formation from Watford. So Tom Cleverley ditching the back five. James Abankwah, our new signing, coming into the back line. So ignore what you're seeing on this screen now. I suspect it will be Ngakia at left back. Then you'll probably have Sierralta, Pollock, and then Abankwah at right back. And then obviously three central midfielders in Kayembe, Luza, and Tom Dele-Bashiru. Great to have TDB back in the team. And then obviously you'll have Vata, Bar, and Bio as kind of your front three attacking players. So yes, interesting stuff there from Watford. Derby, as you can see, they do have some recognisable names. Zetterstrom in goal, I think, is a pretty decent goalkeeper. Ebu Adams scored against Watford in the reverse fixture. Mendes Lang, Jerry Yates up front. So they've got some recognisable, championship talent in their starting 11. They did sign a new striker actually during the week, but I don't think he's even on the bench for today's game, which is certainly very interesting. As per our last watch along as well, we'll have Callum joining us at half time to dissect the first half, and after the game, if you stick around for 5 minutes or so, we'll run through what we witnessed today, and hopefully what we witness is going to be a Watford win. 2 minutes to go until kickoff. Let's take a quick look through the latest comments. Helen has just become a YouTube channel member here on the Watford Way, joining the bronze membership. Helen, thank you very much. I really do appreciate your support. VJ is watching from a sunny Habada in Egypt, which is very nice for you, VJ. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine over there. Richard Dixon, a QPR fan who frequents the channel quite often, has gone with a 1-0 Derby victory. It's no Cody says, I'm going to go with a 2-2 away draw. Our form hasn't been great away from home. And Derby have definitely improved since we beat them 2-1 in August. They definitely have improved, I agree. Ellis, one of our channel members, is in the chat. Hello, Ellis. I hope you're having a good day. RS9 says, you predicted it would be Cabba. Yes, you did, but obviously I couldn't reveal that at the time. But yes, you were correct. It was Christian Kabasele. There's a few more people I want to interview, which I hopefully have in the pipeline. So keep your eyes peeled over the next weeks and months ahead, because maybe even a former Watford manager is on my list. We'll have to wait and see. VJ says, enjoyable interview, James, and we got some scoops on our new player, James Abankwah. We certainly did. As I said, it was a pleasure to speak to Christian. I'm sure you guys could tell during the interview itself that he comes across, as a really down-to-earth, lovely guy, really. So, really nice to speak to Cabba. As I said, really appreciated his time, of course, as well. Tony, hello. Hope you're well, Tony. Hello, guys. Nice win. Would be nice for a change. Absolutely, Tony. That's what we're hoping for today. You guys can see I've reverted to wearing the purple shirt once again. So hopefully the purple shirt can bring us some luck. And the game is just about to kick off. Richard says, yes, we had a stinking first 10 games, obviously referring to QPR there. So yeah, here we go. Derby County versus Watford. The managers are in the dugouts. The players are on the pitch. James Abankwah, our new player, is in the huddle with the Watford team at the moment. And we are ready to go here up north at Pride Park. Guys, get your score predictions in chat before kickoff right now. I've gone with a 2-0 Watford win. I think that's what I went for in my match preview actually as well. So I've made sure I've stuck with the score I predicted. And I think I went with, you guys might be able to remind me, but I think I went with Bio and Vata to score in my match preview. So hopefully that comes to fruition. I'm not a betting man, so I never bet on football, especially not Watford, considering how volatile we are at the moment when it comes to consistent results. But yeah, I would love a 2-0 away win. And actually, you know, it's very exciting that, you know, we do have a new signing in. And whilst he's not the signing everyone wanted, hopefully he can add, you know, some fresh legs into that Watford back line. It appears he'll be playing, you know, in that right back position today for Watford. So yeah, James Abankwah, looking forward to seeing him. RS9's gone 2-0 Watford, same as me. VJ guessed I would be interviewing Jonathan Hogg over Christian Kabasele. Will Ingold is here. Hello, Will. Hope you're well. Come on, Watford, back to winning ways today. And of course, Will, thank you for your continued support being a channel member. Yes, come on, Will. Come on. We can win today. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's much needed. It really is. RS9's gone to Abankwah and Vata to score. James says, hopefully be a lot less terrible today. I hope so, James. My fellow James. I do love James because he has the same name as me. And as I'm sure you can agree, James is the greatest name in the entire world. We have kicked off here at Pride Park and Derby looking to get off to a fast start. Oh, here we go. Hopefully it won't be as boring as the Cardiff City game because I really did struggle to provide you guys with any sort of meaningful commentary for that game because it was really boring. James Abankwah there getting stuck in early to this game, going in for a sliding challenge. I'm not sure he got any of the ball actually. The referee just coming over to speak to him. And that's quite funny. So Watford's new signing, James Abankwah there, picking up a yellow card 40 seconds into this match. I mean, it looked like to me he did get a nick on that ball just from that replay. But yeah, not a good start from Watford's new signing, James Abankwah, picking up a yellow card under a minute into this match at Pride Park. Deary me. Come on, Watford. Come on. Come on. Our goal for today in terms of subscribers is to hit 1,235. So we need 5 more subscribers to help us hit that goal. So if you are new around here and you enjoy watching our content, then please do hit subscribe down below. And of course, leaving a like on the video is totally free to do as well. And it really does help YouTube know that you are enjoying our content. So 1 minute 30 gone here at Pride Park. James Abankwah in the book already. And Derby County have a free kick here from quite far out. Definitely, you know, nowhere near shooting range, but certainly close enough, you know, to put a decent ball into the box, maybe a flick on to challenge Jonathan Bond in the Watford goal. So here we go. Derby lining up for this set piece. Can Watford defend this well? Of course, we don't want to continue conceding these early goals. Here we go. Oh, very nearly Derby County scoring there at the back post. Goodness me. I mean, Watford, what is it with us and this tendency to, you know, just not concentrate in the opening stages of matches? Bloody hell. Yeah, Derby County, I mean, I'm not sure who that was at the back post there, but they really, I mean, I think their body shape was all wrong. Number 10 for Derby, I think it was Jerry Yates there. Should have buried that header, really. So, yeah, an early chance for Derby County. Will says, yellow card already, let them know you're there. Well, it's our new signing as well, Will. James Abankwah getting stuck in 30 seconds in. It's not really what you want to see. But yeah, from my perspective, I thought he just got a touch on that ball. But yeah, here comes Kwadwo Bar. Loser shoots, scores! It's a Watford goal! We're 1-0 up. Imran Loser scores for the Hornets. Oh, get in! Come on! 1-0 up, 3 minutes in. That is what we like to see. Come on! Oh, great work by Kwadwo Bar, I have to say. And Imran Loser, our Moroccan magician in midfield, puts Watford ahead in front of the away fans as well. And Tom Cleverley looks delighted on the touchline. Great work down the right-hand side from Kwadwo Bar, driving past his fullback. And yeah, the ball deflects back to Loser, fires into the back of the net, and quality finish from Imran that. Great work from Bar once again. I'm not sure that'll qualify as another assist for Bar as it took a deflection. But even still, a great finish by Loser, getting that on target in front of them travelling Watford fans. And come on, get in! That is what we love to see. That is what we love to see. If you are a channel member, remember, you do have that goal emoji you can spam in the live chat. The Hornets House says that is what we call an electric start. It certainly is. Oh, that is what we needed. Honestly, I've been waiting for that for so long. It's been such dismal football from Watford. And yeah, you know, one attack results in one Watford goal. If we can keep this up for the entire match, you know, we'll be winning 15-0 today. It's unbelievable scenes. Yeah, superb stuff. Really enjoyed that goal. Great work from Bar. And yeah, there we go. Watford 1-0 up away at Derby at Pride Park. Let's get that score changed. I nearly missed the goal actually as well because I was so focused on the live chat. But yeah, I just managed to catch the final moments of that Watford attack. Superb stuff from Imran Loser. And yeah, Kwadwo Bar really making the goal, of course. But nonetheless, Imran Loser still had to compose himself for the finish. And I think that's his first goal of the season, Imran Loser, as well, isn't it? Here's Rocco Vata. Oh my God. Nearly could have been 2-0 there. Rocco Vata nicking the ball off the Derby County defence. And Watford nearly, 5 minutes in, could have been 2 goals up here. I think Rocco Vata just took, you know, a bit of a heavy touch there when he won the ball back. But still, it's great to see, you know, a lot more attacking impetus already in this game than we saw in the entirety of that Cardiff City game. You know, I mentioned in the watch along for the Cardiff game that I felt Watford were, you know, very lucky to even come away with a point. I thought, you know, it was a very undeserved point that we gained, you know, away in Wales. But yeah, already today, Watford showing a lot more, you know, attacking impetus on the front foot. And hopefully this formation change is going to be a good thing for Watford, because Tom Cleverley's hinted actually in his press conferences that he will be switching to this back four system we're seeing today. And yes, so far, so good from a Watford perspective. Love that. Will says, let's go. I love to see it. You love to see it. Tony says, lovely jubbly. Absolutely. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't know why I'm saying that, but there we go. Oh dear. Good stuff. Good stuff. Very pleased. I'm very pleased. And the purple shirt clearly has its luck back because Watford are winning. Of course, we're very early into this game. There's still well over 80 minutes of football to be played. However, early signs are promising. Here's Ngakia. I've calmed down now. I've calmed down. I felt like I was shouting for a moment there. I've definitely calmed down. Ngakia loses the ball. Derby regain possession into Jerry Yates here. Ebu Adams out wide to this left-hand side. Ebu Adams is a player, you know, a lot of Championship, you know, fans really like to watch. Very physical, can score a goal, defends well. You know, is a quality player. I'm surprised Derby County still have him, actually. Oh, Kwadwo Bar, excellent defensive work rate. Tracking back and winning the ball back for the Hornets. That goes out for a Watford throw. Superb stuff. Richard Dixon says, open game, great finish. Really is an open game, actually. Yeah, lots to discuss as well. I mean, the game's been so frantic. I've not had a chance to discuss really the major team news, and of course, you guys might not know there's no Georgie Shakfatatse in this Watford team today. He's picked up a hamstring injury. He's not in the squad at all today. So yeah, no Georgie. Hopefully, he recovers sooner rather than later. But what I hope today will show is that we can win football matches without Georgie Shakfatatse, and so far. That certainly is looking the case. And I think when you've got Bar and Vata, in your front three, you've always got a chance of, scoring a goal at some point because they are so exciting to watch. James says, did I see the Nabidza brace for the academy the other night? Yeah, one of his goals was excellent, James. I think it might have been his second goal. Kind of diving in and out of the defenders and a really powerful finish into the bottom corner. Hopefully he sees some minutes today actually because in terms of academy players, the next one to break through after Ryan Andrews, I think it could be him. And you have to remember, of course, that the Watford accounts come out. Excuse me, I can feel the hiccups coming. Yeah, the Watford accounts come out a few days ago, and that showed essentially that we really have no money to spend in this January transfer window because of our loan repayments to Macquarie Bank. So yeah, the more academy players that can come through, the better. You can see Miles Roberts on the bench today, potentially will be our #1 goalkeeper next season. Amin Nabidza, an attacking midfielder. If he can break through and score some goals for the club, then that saves Watford another transfer fee in that area. So it certainly is important, bringing these academy talents through the ranks when possible. Derby on the attack at the moment. Ball into the box, headed clear by Francisco Sierralta. Bio chasing down the Derby City defence, who are under quite a high press from Watford at the moment. I'm surprised to see Francisco Sierralta play today, actually. I felt he struggled somewhat in recent games. Oh, guys, our best friends arrived. Our best friend from Willstone, Jerry Sudworth. I can see Watford losing this one. You hope we do. Well, Jerry, once again, I appreciate your continued support to the Watford Way and the views you give me. It really is much appreciated. And yeah, thank you for your continued positivity. There we go. The appearance from Jerry Sudworth that seems to happen in every watch along we do. Oh dear. Yeah, my younger brother actually has just received his Coventry away tickets today. He's going up to Coventry with his mates next weekend. I'll be here watching with you guys, of course. But yeah, my brother received his Coventry tickets today. He'll be going up next weekend to hopefully see Watford win. And of course, we've got a match on Tuesday at Vicarage Road. I'll be there, of course, with a season ticket. So yeah, Watford versus Preston at Vicarage Road on Tuesday. Looking forward to that. But our focus is firmly on winning this Derby County match first and foremost. James Banquer taking this throw. So James Banquer just lining up to take this Watford throw. Not noticed him too much in the opening stages other than the yellow card he picked up. Imran Loser losing possession there. Bio wins it back. And I was reading some Derby fans' comments actually prior to this match, and it seems like their manager, if a few more results go against them, it seems like he's under, quite a lot of pressure from kind of the higher ups at the club. So yeah, if Derby lose today and maybe lose a couple more matches after this, then it seems like their manager is going to be, under extreme pressure. Quadro Bar goes down there by a challenge. Don't think there was any real nasty intent in that. Yeah, Bar committing the foul there quite clearly. Jerry Sudworth says Wildstone will be going up for sure and Watford will get relegated. You can see it happening. Well, wow. There we go, Jerry. Thank you so much for your kind words there towards the Golden Boys. It's become like a watch-long tradition now. The fact that Jerry Sudworth pops up with his, pro Wildstone propaganda. So yeah, every watch-long, guys. If you are a new viewer, Jerry Sudworth is a Wildstone fan, and he seems to pop up every now and then. Obviously supporting his team, which is absolutely fine, of course. But this is a Watford watch-long. Are Wildstone playing today? I don't know. Let's have a look. Wildstone fixtures. They're playing at home, Jerry, right now. Why are you not at the game? You should be. If you're such a die-hard Wildstone fan, Jerry, surely you have, a season ticket. Surely you attend the matches yourself. And yeah, Tony says that as well. Jerry, if your team is so good, why are you not there watching? I don't know. Lennon says, I like how Bio is prime R9 one week, and then another week you would be lucky to get a gig in National League. George is here. I bedlist. George, hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, Watford winning, which is very, very good to see. So here comes Imran Loser marauding forward with the ball into vacuum Bio. Bio with a poor 1-2 back to Loser, loses possession and goes back to Zetterstrom in the Derby goal. Lots of you watching today, which is fantastic to see. Over 30 of you in here at the moment. Of course, we'll be joined by my good friend Callum at half-time to dissect the first half. James Abankwa doing well there to win back the ball for Watford, tracking back, showing some good recovery pace. And then after the match as well, Callum will join us once again to kind of go over what we've seen in the 90 minutes of football very briefly as well. So yeah, Derby seemed like very much a ball-playing team to me. Very much, keeping the ball on the ground, playing a lot of short passes, and yeah, trying to find a way through the Watford back line. Great win for QPR today. Who did they beat, Richard? I've not seen the other championship results. George says, very well, thanks. Great to see Barr showing his quality, taking on the Derby fullback with confidence. Yeah, it was a great finish by the user, George. But as you mentioned, the goal again, was made by Kwadwo Barr. And I think that illustrates, his real importance to this Watford team. When he was suspended for the Cardiff loss after Portsmouth, you could really tell that we missed him in that game. So great to see Barr performing consistently in a Watford shirt. We've hit 15 likes on the watch long. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's try and get that up to 20. It's totally free to do. Just hit the thumbs up button down below and you will make me very, very happy. And of course, if you fancy it, you can also hit subscribe if you so wish. That would make me even happier. So yeah, 16 minutes gone here at Pride Park. The score is very much Derby County 0, Watford 1. Plymouth away, QPR 1. Wow, decent. First win there in 22 years. Lovely stuff, Richard. I'm sure you're very pleased with that. And QPR, I have to say, you were in, relegation trouble, probably just a month or so ago, but you put together, a string of four or five home wins, I think it was, and suddenly you've kind of propelled yourselves up the table under Marty Cifuentes. So, yeah, fair play to you. You're a quality team at the moment. Ngakia with the throw. Back to Jonathan Bond. He sends it long. I'm not sure who that was going to. Jonathan Bond ultimately sends that out for a Derby County goal kick. I mean, if you thought Batman's kicking was bad, I've got to say Jonathan Bond's kicking isn't much better. Yeah, I'd say Jonathan Bond and Batman, in terms of actually shot-stopping ability, I'd say they're probably on par, actually. I don't think there's too much that separates them as goalkeepers. And in the summer, if it was me, and I wanted to kind of progress as a club and, reduce the Watford wage bill a bit further, I would really, if he's good enough, and if Tom Cleverley thinks he's good enough, give Miles Roberts a chance from the academy. You know, he'll clearly be backed by the supporters. I'd love to see Miles Roberts come into the Watford goal, you know, sooner rather than later. But yeah, Jonathan Bond, you know, probably deserves his place in the team at the moment. I thought he made some good saves against Cardiff. I thought against Fulham, he was probably, you know, pretty poor. He could have done slightly better on a couple of them goals, but largely, you know, Jonathan Bond is, you know, a real professional, and yeah, he serves the club well, I think. Kwadwo Bar looking to get past two Derby fullbacks there. Ebu Adams going in quite hard on Kwadwo Bar. Bar is kind of on the ground clutching his face. It looks like he's crying. I'm sure he'll be okay. Looks like... Sorry. My Apple Watch there speaking to me. Shut up, Siri. Yeah, I'm sure Kwadwo Bar will be okay. But yeah, a bit of a hard challenge there by Ebu Adams. Can you tell what formation we're playing today, says Will? It looks like to me, Will. I mean, FotMob had the wrong formation earlier. They still showed Watford playing a 5 at the back. To me, with the players we have on the pitch, I think out of possession, it seems like a 4-3-3. In possession, it seems a bit more fluid. I've not really been able to nail down the exact formation we're playing. But on average, I'd say that the positions we're taking up, it looks like a 4-3-3 with kind of Tom Deddy Bashiru dropping slightly deeper as part of them three midfielders. So nearly a quarter of the game gone now. It's kind of slowed down a little bit in the past few minutes. A few fouls going in, a few stoppages, a couple of injuries here and there. But yeah, so far so good. It's certainly, you know, already 20 minutes in, been far more entertaining than the Cardiff game a few days ago. So James Abankwah takes a throw into Imran Louza. Oh, James Abankwah with the nutmeg. Great ball into the box. The shot comes in and it's fired wide of Zetterstrom's post by Jeremy Ngakia. So both fullbacks linking up. Really good play by James Abankwah, showing his attacking qualities there. So the nutmeg initially, the ball fired across. Ngakia with, you know, a very poor shot in the end. Of course, that's not Jeremy Ngakia's forte, scoring goals, but still some good attacking quality there shown by the right back for today's game and our new signing, James Abankwah, on loan from Udinese. And whilst lots of you are in here, I do have to say, if you haven't already, please do, after this game, go and watch our interview with Christian Kabasele. It was a quality chat I had with Kaba yesterday afternoon, actually. About 2 p.m, he said he would chat to me. So, yeah, really nice chat with him. Lovely guy. We spoke about Gerard Deulofeu, his time at Watford, the FA Cup final, what it was like behind the scenes. Whether he agreed with how often managers were sacked at the club as well. So really interesting chat with Cabby. If you haven't already, do go and check that out. Eddie Kayembe there with the foul. Wildstone are losing. Take that, Jerry. Take that for your negativity towards Watford. There we go. Thanks for that score update, Richard. I wonder if Jerry's still watching. I mean, if he claims to be such a die-hard Wildstone fan, you think he would at least have a season ticket to watch them at home. Just seems silly that you come on to, you know, a Watford watch-along to, you know, talk about your distaste towards us when his own team are actually playing football this afternoon. Very strange behaviour, but yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm sure Jerry's a lovely bloke in real life. Good to see Tom Deddy Bashiru back today as well. I mean, he still has strapping on him, I believe. So I suspect we won't see him for the full 90 today. But maybe, you know, 60 minutes of football for Tom Deddy, you know, would be good for him, of course. We've got plenty of games to come. Tuesday night and then next Saturday against Coventry once again. So the squad, you know, will have to be rotated. But yeah, Tom Deddy Bashiru, thankfully, he didn't need to undergo surgery. He recovered from his injury. Without needing to go under the knife. But yeah, great to have him back alongside Louza in that midfield. A very tenacious player. Natalie Hunt, have I seen you before? I'm not sure. Are you new around here? I don't know, but welcome to the stream regardless. James said, I'd be bitter if my name was Jerry Sudworth, in fairness. Oh, dear. I don't condone abuse towards Jerry, just to clarify. As I said, I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but he does come on here literally every week to, tell me how much he hates Watford. So, yeah. Chris Brasher, are you new as well? I feel like I'm seeing a lot of new faces today. Welcome to the stream, Chris. Hope you're well. Yeah, Wildstone losing. That's quite funny. Yeah, lots of new faces today. Here's Tom Denny Bashiru, the deeper of the midfielders, definitely. At least that's what it seems like so far. And then Edu Kayembe pushing a bit higher up the pitch, because when you think of Kayembe, he's not. I don't really know what type of player he is, but he certainly has a good shot on him. So if you are going to play Kayembe, you do want him to kind of get into, them more forward attacking positions to, if he has the opportunity to, get that shot away. George says, might sound mad, but with TDB back, I would like to see Sissoko again. I might disagree with you there, George. It's the only player I feel Sissoko works well with, but Loser is on some superb performance, maybe all three at once. Maybe so. CB2695, anyone else's iFollow not working? I don't know if you're watching in the UK or not. Of course, in the UK, technically, we're not able to watch this today, but I'm sure you guys know through other means you can get access to the game. I think it's been broadcast. What I'm watching on is CBS Sports in the USA. So, yeah, you can watch via various places. But if you're in the UK, I believe it's radio commentary only, of course, unless, like me, you know some workarounds. But yeah, I do get that question quite often. How can you watch the game? Unfortunately, I can't really tell you. But yeah, I'm sure if you go on social media, you can figure it out for yourselves. Richard Dixon says, you was born and brought up in Watford, South Oxley. Oh, that's good. So you're quite local then. What made you support, Queen's Park Rangers, considering you were born quite local to Watford then? I assume it was like a family thing, maybe. It's 25 minutes gone. Imran Loser wandering over to the corner flag, because Watford have just won. I think this is our first corner of the game, unless I've completely forgotten any other corners we had. But yeah, this should be Watford's first corner of the game. Loser stepping up to take it. Can Watford finally score from a corner? Here we go. The ball comes in. It's headed. Tom Delly shoots. Bar with the header, I think it was. No, sorry, James Banquer with the header, and it goes into Zetterstrom's arms quite comfortably. And Derby County looking to counter-attack now. Richard said the QPR support come through his family, his dad. That makes sense, Richard. I assume you've been to Vicarage Road quite often, though, considering you're local, or maybe not. Maybe you're fully down on QPR. Chris is from Abbots Langley, of course, very local to kind of the Watford Kings Langley area as well. So, yeah, we've got quite a few local people in here today. So Derby have a free kick from a similar distance to the one I spoke about, 10 or so minutes ago. It's whipped in towards kind of the centre of the penalty spot. Jonathan Bond claims very comfortably with his very, very long arms, and Watford just taking a moment to breathe and calm down, I think. Here's James Abankwah on the ball, passing to Francisco Sierralta. I think Sierralta is probably the only player I disagree with playing today. For me, he just screams, nervousness, unease on the ball. He just seems like a very unnatural footballer, Francisco Sierralta, when playing out from the back. So for me, even Ryan Porteous would be, a better option over, our Chilean centre-back. Ogbonna is on the bench as well. So, yeah, for me, Porteous or Ogbonna should be playing kind of over Francisco Sierralta. But, yeah, so far he's not really done too much wrong. I just feel when he's on the ball, he really is hesitant to, play incisive passes forwards. Here's Vata. Goes back to Matty Pollock. Pollock into Rocco Vata. Vata looking to find Ngakia in behind. Ngakia chasing it down. And I think that goes out for a Watford corner referee. I'm sure that took a touch off the Derby defender last. Oh, Jerry Sudworth's here. We'll take a look at his comment again in just a moment. So Zetterstrom playing out from the back. Jerry, you've not answered our question. Why aren't you attending the Wealdstone game today? You tell us you're such a die-hard fan. Why are you not there? Pollock with the header into Kayembe. Well taken by Edu. Bio with the 1-2 back to Kayembe. Into James Abankwa. Loser. Back to Edu Kayembe down this right-hand side. Kayembe, yeah, not showing a great deal of pace there. Losing out on the ball. Yeah, this game's very back and forth at the moment. Jerry Sudworth says, everyone taking the mickey out of Wealdstone, but I bet you they will win and Watford will lose. Well, Jerry, I'm not going to get into a back and forth with you. Jerry says, you're in a wheelchair, you can't attend matches, so thanks for taking the mickey out of a disabled person. They must have disabled areas for you to watch, Jerry. Wealdstone, I assume. I'm not taking the mickey out of a disabled person at all. But even at Watford, for example, we have like areas level with the pitch where you can get wheelchairs or people with limited access into. So yeah, I assume you're local to the area, Jerry. I assume you're local to kind of Wealdstone Stadium. So I'm sure they could accommodate you potentially. Here's Vacuum Bio. Driving forward down his left-hand side. I'm sure this will result in probably Derby regaining possession again. No, Bio does pass. Back into Tom Delly. Ngakia. Vata. Back to Pollock. Lovely pass from Vata over to James Abankwa on this right-hand side. He found himself in quite some good space. And Kwadwo Bar has the chance to take on his man. Bar slips. Oh, that's unfortunate. Bar was one-on-one with his fullback there. He slipped. And then Derby had the chance to get back, defend. And it goes out for a Watford throw. Chris said he's a Luton fan. God, everyone's in here today. We've got Wealdstone, Luton, QPR. I feel like I'm being bombarded by Watford's local rivals. Goodness me. Wow. So Loser and Ebu Adams here just having a bit of an argument back and forth on the pitch. Yeah, interesting stuff there. The game's restarted though. Derby playing out from the back. Watford pressing really high. Oh, Loser, that's superb. Oh, yeah, the referee lets the game carry on. Fair play, ref. Yeah, Loser in kind of a shoulder-to-shoulder physical altercation there. And Loser come out with the ball. He's Ngakia, very high up on the pitch on this left-hand side. It's a bit awkward for Ngakia because, of course, he's on kind of his weaker foot playing on that left-hand side. He's always having to cut back in. But he's doing a decent job so far today. Clearly the best defensive fullback we have at the club. Loser back to James Abankwa. I think I'll just call him James from now on because saying James Abankwa every time is quite a mouthful, I have to say. Here's Ngakia in some space. Can he get a ball into the box? He does so. Bio and Vata trying to get on the end of it. They couldn't do so. And Derby clear out for a Watford throw. Chris says, can I show you the screen so you can watch the game? If I did that, Chris, my channel would be shut down. So I can't do that. But hopefully my commentary suffices. I do apologise. Who have Luton got, Chris? Are Luton playing right now, or are you playing later today? You say you're a Luton fan, Chris. Do you not want to tune in to like a Luton stream or something? Luton versus Preston. You're in the first half at the moment. I seem to draw in quite a lot of attention from rival fans, it seems, which I take great pleasure in, I do have to say. Because clearly Watford are the biggest club in Hertfordshire. Well, the biggest club in the world, really, I should say. But yeah, certainly we're the biggest club within our local area. Here's loser. So Watford with another corner here. I mean, I thought it went out for a throw, but clearly it went out by the corner flag. I must be completely blind. I do wear glasses actually, but they're only meant for like long distance and not for stuff like this. So loser takes a corner. It's headed clear. Comes back to loser in quite a dangerous area here. Can loser get another ball in? He does. It's headed clear again by Derby. They're doing quite well defensively. Goes back to Zetterstrom. You're joking, you're a Watford fan. Oh, that's good. That's good, Chris. I was worried. I was like, why is a Luton fan taking their afternoon to watch me? But there we go. Newcastle took a good thumping today. Well, I saw it as 2-1. I saw it as 2-1 when I was preparing for this stream. But yeah, I don't know. Did Bournemouth score more goals? You'll have to let me know. But yeah, when I last checked, anyway, it was 2-1 to Bournemouth. I think was it Justin Cliver? He scored the goal, maybe. I can't remember. Look, in answer to all of Jerry's comments, ultimately, if Jerry's going to come on here and give it to me, I'm going to give it back to Jerry. You know, it's not me taking the pee out of, you know, a disabled fan, which he said he is. It's just me giving football banter back to you, Jerry. So, yeah, don't take it personally. But, yeah, if you're going to give banter to me, expect it back to you. RS9 said ended 4-1. Cliver got a hat-trick. You know, Justin Cliver is a player who I've really liked for quite a few years now. I remember playing like Football Manager 2019, and I think he was like a youngster, an 18-year-old at that time. And I signed him for Watford actually when we were in the Premier League on Football Manager, and he turned out to be, you know, a really good player. And yeah, he's doing really well at Bournemouth. Was it Justin Cliver? Wasn't he up in Scotland at one point? I can't remember actually. I'll do some research later. I'm sure he used to play in Scottish football and then kind of earned the move back down to England. Of course, his dad is very famous. The Cliver surname is quite a heavy weight on his shoulders. But yeah, from a very young age, Justin Cliver has always been, you know, quite a promising player. So Watford with another corner here, a bit of pushing and shoving going on in the box between kind of Pollock, Barr and a few Derby defenders. Loser takes a corner. I think Matty Pollock tried to like backheel that or flick that, but it resulted in nothing other than a Watford's throw. Jackson there for Derby putting it out quite powerfully on the touchline. Loser coming over to take this throw. 37 minutes gone now at Pride Park. If you want to keep up with where I am, excuse me, can't get my words out, with where I am on my feed. So yeah, not long to go until half time. Goes out for a Derby throw this time. So yeah, about 8 minutes to go until we reach the half time mark. KO Drummers. Pollock needs to get his head on more corners. You know what? You're right actually, because Matty Pollock has some of the best aerial statistics in terms of duels won in the entire championship. But when it comes to corners, especially, he never seems to be, a huge threat, does he? So, yeah, maybe it's his fault. Maybe it's just the actual delivery into the box. I'm not too sure. But Matty Pollock, I think, could do better from corners. I do think you're right there. Oh, that's an excellent skill there. Hopefully winning Watford a corner. He does do so. Lovely work from Rocco Vata. Great skill down on kind of that byline area. And yeah, Watford with another corner. So yeah, I think this is our third or fourth corner now of this game. 38 minutes gone. Yeah, you're right. He scored the one against MK Dons. Absolutely. So here we go. Another corner for the Golden Boys. Loser takes it once again. And again, it kind of evades everyone. Francisco Sierralta kind of jumping for that, but it went completely over his head. The ball's gone all the way back from that corner to Jonathan Bond. So yeah, disappointing again from set pieces for Watford. I thought with with Paul Robinson coming in, we would do slightly better from them type of situations, but clearly not. If you are new around here, please do hit subscribe as well. I'll check now, actually, what our latest figure is for subscribers at the moment. We are on 1,232. So, yeah, we need 3 more subscribers for me to hit the goal I aspire to hit today. So, yeah, if 3 of you watching could hit that button down below, it would be very nice of you to do so. I suspect there won't be too much added time. There's not really been any long injuries in this first half, maybe 1 or 2 minutes at most. And at half-time, we'll be joined by my good friend Callum to dive into everything we saw from that first half. In terms of Watford chances, actually, there's not really been any big ones other than the goal itself. So we certainly could improve from a chance creation perspective. And yeah, in terms of dominance, I would say Watford probably have just edged it in terms of being the better side, both in and out of possession. But Derby certainly, at 1-0, they're very much in this game. And as you saw, from 2 minutes in, they nearly scored, at the back post. I think it was Jerry Yates, wasn't it, who threatened to score early on. So they still do have that threat. And of course, we have another 45 minutes of football to play in this one. So, yeah, all very much still up for grabs. And here come Derby, actually, just on this right-hand side here. All the Watford players, other than Vacuum Bio, are back defending. Oh, Derby have just hit the bar. And they've just hit the bar again. They've hit the bar twice in about 5 seconds. An overhead kick was attempted in there as well. Goodness me. And yeah, I think I nearly jinxed that, guys. I'm so sorry. I was talking about how good Watford have been. And, oh my God. Yeah, I think it was Ebu Adams, actually, with the first attempt. And then I couldn't see who it was with the overhead kick. But, yeah, Derby hitting the bar twice in about 10 seconds there. Wow. VJ says, is my younger brother making an appearance today? I always ask him, and he always says no. I think he gets a bit nervous about coming on in front of you guys on camera. But I've done match day vlogs in the past where he's featured on them. So if you wanna go back and watch an old match day vlog, I think he does appear on a couple of them very briefly. But no, I think he's frightened of appearing on camera. So yeah, I'll leave him to it. I can hear him just down there in his room watching the match as well. So yeah, I don't think he'll be appearing on camera, VJ. Unfortunately, I do ask though. I do ask. I'd like to do a joint watch along one day with me and him together. But yeah, he'll probably want me to pay him to do that. So I doubt that will happen. But yeah, he's off to Coventry, my brother, next weekend actually, with his mates. The tickets arrived in the post today via Royal Mail, thankfully. They arrived. Sometimes the tickets don't arrive, do they, until, you know, a few days before the game. So I'm pleased they appeared earlier. I can see Callum has just popped into the studio, so we'll get him on in just a few minutes here. Watford could still score another goal here, actually, you know, late on in this first half. I think James Abankwah, you know what, I think has had a solid performance so far. Other than getting booked very early on, which was, you know, a little bit silly. You know, should he be going in for quite an aggressive sliding challenge 30 seconds into the game? I don't know. But other than that challenge and other than that yellow card, I think he's been, you know, pretty good at it. I mean, he's been on par with what we would see from, you know, Ryan Andrews and Festi Ebosele, and maybe slightly better in my opinion. So yeah, I've been quite pleased with Watford's new signing from Udinese. Come on, Watford. Let's hold on until half time. Touch wood. As I say, I don't want to jinx these things. Here come Derby. Oh, this is dangerous. They're into the Watford box here. Sierralta defends well. Headed clear by Matty Pollock with his big forehead. Well done, Matty. Oh, yeah, it's a foul by Imran Louza. Maybe a yellow card here, actually. Imran Louza, you know, visibly, you know, a bit frustrating there from Louza, just pushing a player down with his hands there. No need for it, really. He was going in completely the wrong direction. Yeah, I don't think the referee is booked Louza there. The camera just cut to the referee having a quick word with him. Probably on his final warning there, Louza. But yeah, a bit silly from Imran there, because Watford were quite comfortable and is just giving up a foul and, you know, giving Derby another chance to get, you know, a dangerous ball into, you know, Watford's penalty area. So yeah, not that happy with that challenge from Louza. Hopefully we can defend this. Oh, Jonathan Bond, fair play to him. He tipped that over his crossbar there, and it goes out for a Derby corner just before half time. So yeah, Watford living on the edge at the moment. It was on target. The header was on target, to be fair. So Jonathan Bond had to take action. So cash in there, tussling with Edu Kayembe in the box. And here's Derby with the corner. Can Watford hold on? It's hoofed up the pitch by Rocco Batta. Just waiting for confirmation around extra time. It's not appeared on the screen yet. 2 minutes extra time. So about a minute and a half for Watford left to play in this first half. Derby on the ascendancy in the final stages here. And I think that goes out for... What's the lino saying? Matty Pollock in quite significant pain here. He's gone down clutching kind of his like lower back, upper leg muscle, it seems. Hopefully Matty's okay. I live in Hemel Hempstead, Richard. So yeah, just north of Watford, like near Kings Langley, Abbots Langley, that kind of area. So yeah, Hemel Hempstead is where I live. Of course, I won't tell you any more than that. But yeah, Hemel Hempstead is where I live. So yeah, 1 minute to go until half time, and then we'll get Callum on to kind of get his thoughts on the game so far. Give my voice box a bit of a rest as well, and of course, get your questions in at half time. You can ask us literally anything about anything in the world, but of course, we'll be talking about the Watford match as well. So far, so good. 30 seconds left to go in this first half. VJ with the super sticker. Thank you so much, VJ, for all your continued support. You know how much I appreciate you, VJ. So, yeah, once again, really do appreciate that. And, yeah, hopefully, VJ, we can get the 3 points today. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, literally 15 seconds left to go. And then, yeah, it'll be half time. Watford 1, Derby 0. The question will be, will Tom Cleverley shut up shop or actually go for the game even more and bring on some more attacking players? We'll go through the substitute bench at half time as well, to see kind of what changes Tom can make. But yeah, we'll have to see what he chooses to do. But yeah, that is half time now. So Watford 1, Derby 0. Let's just get Callum back on now. Just give me one moment to kind of sort this out here. Right, here we go, Callum. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a good day. Watford so far, Callum, are having a good day as well, winning by 1-0 at Pride Park. Imran Louza with the goal. Talk me through that goal, Callum. Great work from Kwadwo Bar, wasn't it? Kind of down that right-hand side, getting past his fullback. And yeah, the finish from Louza. It wasn't an excellent finish, but he got it on target and yeah, put Watford ahead in that first half.
First of all, can you hear me? Everything good? All the mics fine? Camera's fine, brilliant stuff. Yeah, great stuff. It's always good to see Watford take an early lead, especially with Imran Louza getting his first goal of the season. Great to see him, and obviously he did very well in the game beforehand as well. That we covered a few days ago. But yeah, great work from Kwadwo Bar. It was basically all through him, like he said, they're taking on the fullback to really provide the service through to Imran Louza, who got the goal. So it's amazing stuff. Yeah, apart from that though, obviously we did see that scare. Just before the halftime whistle of Derby rattling the bar twice. Yeah, so that was a bit of a scare there. But apart from that, I think Jonathan Bond has commanded his goal very well and has kept Derby at bay, as well as the defence as well. Seeing James Abankwah getting his first start for the club in his debut, basically just from signing for us, and obviously having that chance as well with that header that was just into the palms of the Derby goalkeeper. It's been good. It's been a good start from Watford so far. If we can just hold on and do very well, I'm happy to take a 1-0 win. But it'd be great to see us go for the jugular and get a second potentially in the second half.
Yeah, certainly a much more entertaining first half than we saw, against Cardiff. What I found quite funny, Callum, was of course new signing James Abankwah starting this game at right back, Ngakia at left back. And 30 seconds in, James Abankwah goes in for that sliding challenge. I don't know if you were watching at the time, but then he picks up, a yellow card very early on. Is that just, inexperience potentially there, show him?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say it's an experience and him just trying to really adapt straight away with the intensity of the league. Even though it was 1 minute in, it did seem quite silly on his behalf. I know that he is still quite young, has a lot to learn in this league. But again, I think in any centre back situation, getting a yellow card literally in the first minute is not ideal in any way whatsoever. But I'm sure he will learn from it. He has been very solid ever since then. But getting a yellow card now makes him a very vulnerable target, especially with a Ngakia on the left hand side. Also getting a yellow card, which could be seen as a bit of a banana peel going into second half, considering that you've got Derby's wingers like Caden Jackson and Nathaniel Mendes-Lang that will be looking to be a lot more attacking down that side and really target them to see if they can try and get them sent off. So that could be a change that that Tom could consider going into second half. But apart from that, I think he has been fairly solid, and he just needs to really adapt to the game, which of course will come with experience. But yeah, it wasn't very needed for the first minute, I'll tell you that.
Was it a yellow card challenge for you? Because I just thought at that time in the game, the referee, could have been, game management. He could have been a little bit nice to James Abankwah and said, you know what, don't do that again, but I won't book you on this occasion. Because for me, it wasn't like a vicious, angry tackle. I thought at the time, actually, he might have just got a nick on the ball, but yeah, it didn't seem like it warranted maybe a yellow card. But yeah, as you say, Cam, the referee, gave it out, 30 seconds in. For you, was it warranted? And later in the game, would you look to make that change just to ensure he doesn't ultimately maybe receive a second yellow card for another reckless challenge?
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, like you said there in the first 30 seconds, I guess, the referee could have been a bit nicer, just gave him a bit of a subtle warning because, of course, you've got to take into account this is his first game for Watford, so he's not going to exactly be squeaky clean. But that could be the same case with every player, and that's got to be something that Tom's got to take into account going into second half. Like you said, there he has got inexperience. He doesn't know what this league's like. It's his first start. He's on a yellow card. He is a potential banana skin, and it's something that we can potentially look to replace and change up formation. Or as he is playing on the right hand side, I wouldn't even suggest changing formation because that's fairly impractical considering how well we've kept Derby at bay with this formation. And we could potentially look to bring on Festi potentially in the second half to replace him. Just give that bit more solidity on the right-hand side.
What is it with Festi Ebisele, do you think, and Tom Cleverley? Because, I watch his post-match and pre-match press conferences, and he just doesn't seem to, fancy him at the moment. Because, it seems like Watford are building quite a large cohort of Irish players. We've got, Vata, Festi, there's an academy Irish player coming through as well. James Abankwah obviously just joining as well. Do you just think Tom Cleverley doesn't like some of the attributes Festi brings? Because for me, Festi, in that game against England a few months ago was the best player on the pitch in the first half. So there's clearly a player in there. What do you think about Festi that Tom Cleverley, doesn't like? What is it about him as a player, do you think?
It is weird because every single person that I saw really on social media was kind of questioning the start as to why Festi wasn't playing realistically. And I do agree. I feel like he brings that solidity on the right hand side. And even though he is still quite young himself, he has experience in the league before. Funnily enough, playing with Derby. So yeah, it would have been kind of good to see him play against his old side. He knows that he'll know their tactics. He'll know what they're about. He'll know what the club's morals are. But yeah, starting a 20-year-old or 19-year-old, I don't know how old Abankwah really is, but starting over a very young centre back in the right position over him is a very bold statement from Tom. Um, that could show the intentions of him going forward. I don't know whether now he'll be used as a bench player, because if I'm not really too sure as to why Tom doesn't really see any, bold attributes that can be used to Watford's advantage by playing Festi, because I feel like he has strength. He can capitalize on and deputize for many defensive errors, because I feel like he has the pace and the recovery pace to get back down up the pitch on the right hand side. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if he is used as a rotation player now, and in back will try and get a lot more game time, or yeah, he'll just be used as an impact player, or maybe he'll get a few starts in the future.
In that first half, Callum, was there any other players that we haven't mentioned that you feel had pretty good games? Of course, loser with the goal we've mentioned, Quagway Bar, great run down the right-hand side. Jonathan Bond obviously deserves credit as well, because, Derby, whilst they haven't scored, Callum, they hit the bar twice in about 10 seconds. I mean, I was so concerned at that point in time. But I think Jonathan Bond, in terms of command of his area, has done really, really well.
Yeah, they're my three standouts at the moment. Literally, exactly. You could take the words out of my mouth. Yeah, they're absolutely Quadro Bar, Lingran Loser, and Jonathan Bond. They've been our standouts. Shown shown solidity in all their respective areas. Probably something that you've already picked up upon, considering that you aren't too much of a fan of him, as we all know on the channel by now. Vacuum Bio, of course, he's not. Granted, he's not had too much service, but he's had no shots at the moment. So potentially that could be something to look to really bring a bit of a refresh into the game. And we do have substitutes that are able to do that. For example, I'm looking particularly at we've got Thomas Ince and Mamadou Doumbia, someone that we could bring on. Or I've seen we've got a youngster there that we played a lot more in pre-season. Amin Nabazada, I think I
Yeah, I'll
pronounced
just put it
that
up on the
right.
screen there, Callum, for our viewers to see as well. Would you give him a shot potentially? If Watford maybe go 2 or 3 goals up in this game, would you bring him on for 10 or 15 minutes and see what he can do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always good. It's always enlightening to see Watford give youth a chance. Didn't actually think he did too badly in the pre-season games that we saw of him, albeit it was a short cameo. It was great to see him get a bit of action within the first team. Yeah, so Nabazada, yeah, I definitely like to see him get a go. Tom Ince as well. If you really want to come on and bring that experience on, he could be a good player to bring on, just to maybe rest legs or rest some youthful legs in Bar and Vata, just to see the game off. But potentially, yeah, those are the players that I'd like to see maybe come on and bring a bit of intensity. So maybe Festi, Thomas Ince, and then maybe if we're comfortably winning the game, I'm in Namazada.
Right, I'm going to quickly shoot off for a 2 minute toilet break. It won't be very long. Callum, if you just want to look ahead to the second half while I'm gone, and hopefully take a few questions from chat, if you guys can just submit some now for me. And then we'll be back for the second half, where hopefully, Callum, Watford can secure a big 3 points. I read a statistic the other day, actually. Watford haven't kept an away clean sheet, Callum, since Ipswich in April. I think it was Andrew French who put that question to Tom Cleverley. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see that happen today. An away clean sheet would be a nice change. But I'm going to shoot off, and yeah, I'll literally be back in about 2 minutes.
Great stuff. Right, well, I am now in charge of the stream. I'll try my best to answer any of the questions that you possibly have while James is currently gone on the toilet break. So, Everyone, do you get your thoughts in the comments though? What did you think of that second half? Of that first half, sorry, going into the second half. What do you expect? Is there any changes that you would make? Any refreshments that you'd like to see brought on by Tom? Any tactical changes? Make sure you do let me know in the comments, and I'll try my best to go through them. But yeah, like I said, there, I'll just recap while we wait for some comments to come in. Yeah, I feel like we've kept Derby at bay pretty well. Jonathan Bond's commanded his area very well to, of course, keep us at 1-0. That double crossbar hit was obviously a massive scare for us, and it does fill me a bit of a concern with James Abankwah and Jeremy Agakia, both at the fullback positions now on yellow cards. The wingers can definitely use that to their advantage, but we have to see what happens from here on in, and hopefully that's something that we can highlight going into the second half. Yeah, I'd like to see if we've got any new comments coming in for me, any questions. That'd be brilliant if you do. I'm just going to read through the chat to see if there's anything else I can pick up upon. Bear with me a second. I guess actually, yeah, what we can do whilst we're waiting is that I'll give you a bit of an update on the championship scores as we go along. Let me get that up for you. Where is it? Matches. There we go. Yeah, so currently at the moment, we can see Coventry drawing 0-0 at the moment at half-time, because every game, apart from one, is at half-time at the moment, so that's brilliant timing. We've got Coventry 0-0 with Bristol City. Of course, Watford winning at 1-0 against Derby. Luton and Preston drawing 0-0. Oxford and Blackburn drawing 0-0. Portsmouth and Middlesbrough, the only game being currently played at the moment, but that is still 0-0. Sheffield taking a 1-0 lead up against Norwich, and West Brom losing 1-0 to Stoke currently at the moment. So those are your updated scores if you're at all interested. Right, we've got 25 people in here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream at the moment. Of course, if you haven't hit the like button already, please do. I'm sure James would appreciate that. And of course, if you want to join and become a channel member to the Watford Way, you'll be seeing a lot more of my face, and of course, James providing all the streams and the content that you can possibly want.
Hello, I've returned. That was a very, very quick toilet break. I've washed my hands. I can assure you. I
was going to say, like, that was rapid. I was literally about to finish shouting your channel out, and you come back straight away. So that was kind of good timing.
Right, very quickly before we go, question from James: what is your go-to Nando's? I'm going to be controversial here. I've never had a Nando's.
That's unbelievable.
What's your go-to Nando's, Cal? I assume you've had one at some point in your life, but I've never been. I'm sorry, I've never been.
Is it something to do with like any allergies you have, or you just generally just not been appealed to Nando's?
I've got no allergies. I've just, I've asked people about it, and they've basically just said, it's just dry chicken that's overpriced. So, for me, I don't want to go to a restaurant and pay, £20 just for some chicken and broccoli, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
I mean, it's a valid point. I mean, obviously, the real USP they have at Nando's is, of course,
that is disgraceful, says James. Oh no,
yeah, no,
I'm a disgrace. I'm a disgrace.
I agree with James. Nando's. It's one of the higher end chicken places that you can go to. It's one of those commended ones, I think. But yeah, like of course, they have the USP of different spice levels you can get. Everyone put in the chat as well if you've had a Nando's as to what spice level you normally get, and we'll judge it from there.
I'm not that good with spicy food, Callum, to be honest with you. But is there like a medium option? I don't know how it works. Like
that is exactly the one I go for. So you have the mild option. I think you have lemon and herb, and the other one I've completely forgotten. It's been ages since I've been there. I can't lie to you.
Doesn't Bukayo Saka have some sort of special thing there as well?
Yeah, he does. He has a sauce, so that's something you can have on the side. So you have a normal spice that you can get as well with your chicken. So how it will come out of the how it will come out cooked. So I normally go for a medium spice, but you can have mild, lemon and herb, and it's another thing as well you can get. I think it's another type of flavor of mild. Then you go for medium, hot, extra hot, and then you can get some sauce on the side if you want to make it even hotter and set your taste buds alight.
Yeah, I can't get a Nando's today because my parents are actually cooking me some cheeseburgers downstairs. We're having burgers
lovely
tonight. After the match, I'm going downstairs to get some cheeseburgers and corn on the cobs, which it's not a typical winter meal, but I do love a burger, Callum. So apologies to any vegans watching. Just to clarify, I am sorry.
So see what Bedless put in the chat there. If you don't like spice, then don't go to Nando's, but otherwise it is good. But yeah, it's ultimately depending on your palate, really. If you can't handle that much spice, then obviously don't go for the higher options. But apart from that, and then of course don't touch the sauce, because the sauce, my God, it does take your taste buds alight. But yeah, I feel like it is
just
enjoyable.
coming out now, by the way, so I'll let you know when the game resumes.
Brilliant. Yeah, I was gonna say, just if you just want like normal chicken or a normal experience, probably go for the milder flavors, I suggest.
Yeah. I will have one eventually. I'll probably go this year at some point, but it's just never really been like, because it's like a chain restaurant. There's loads of them everywhere. I like going to like niche places where they're like one-off local businesses, and yeah, I've just never really fancied having one. But yeah, maybe we'll see. I mean, clearly the demand is there for my viewers for me to go and get a Nando's. So
I say if we get promoted, we all got to go on a massive Nando's party.
breaking news, Callum. Substitution at half-time. I'm not sure if this was planned, and we'll see you again at full-time, of course. But Tom Deli-Bashiru has gone off. Musa Sissoko has come on. Quickly, before you go, what's your instant reaction to that sub?
Well, I'm shocked by that, ultimately. I feel like he had a very solid first half, realistically, obviously pairing up with Imran Loser in the midfield. And seeing Musa Sissoko, of course, we all know your thoughts on Musa Sissoko, as it's been concurrent over the last few weeks. I don't know whether that's a tactical change or Tom Deli-Bashiru has picked up some kind of injury or a knock potentially at half-time, or maybe that's just something tactical.
I'm sure Tom will confirm after the game, won't he?
Exactly, yeah. Maybe it is something that's a bit more tactical, and we'll see that potentially post-match. But yeah, that's a very shocking substitution. It's definitely one that I wouldn't have made if I didn't know that there was a knock potentially that has happened to Deli-Bashiru. But if there has been, all the best to him. And hopefully we can bring a bit more solidity in the midfield now, as we can see the game off in the second half. But hopefully Musa actually puts in a bit of effort this time, like we've not seen him do so in the concurrent game weeks.
So we have kicked off now at Pride Park. So Callum will resume. Can't get my words out. We shall see you again at full time for about 5 minutes or so to look over what we hope will be a Watford victory. So Callum, thanks for coming on at half time, and we'll see you in about 45 minutes.
See you later, guys.
See you, mate. Bye. There we go. Thank you very much to Callum there. And we are underway, as I said, at Pride Park for this second half, where hopefully Watford can pick up a couple more goals and all 3 points in this game. VJ says, the Thai in Nascot Wood Arms is excellent. Lovely prawn toast. Well, there you go. A food recommendation there from VJ. James says, a Nando's party sounds lovely. If you guys want to arrange it, I'll attend. Absolutely. If it's free, I'm going. I hate spending money. Yeah, I'm sorry to shock you guys, but yeah, never had a Nando's in my 23 years of existence, which is terrible from me. I'm sorry about that, but I will look to rectify that as soon as possible. I just think, even when I was in secondary school, people were like, "Oh yeah, let's go out for like a cheeky Nando's." I just felt it was overhyped, man. So yeah, I don't know. I'll rectify that at some point this year. I'll do an update video for you here on the Watford Way. Not Watford related content, purely Nando's content. I'm joking. But yeah, Sissoko, as I mentioned there, Sissoko's come on for Tom Deli-Bashiru. Hopefully that was a planned change and not an injury sustained for TDB. He's battered down the left-hand side, looking to use his skill to open up some space here for Watford. Oh. Come on, Watford. You know what it is? I've got a feeling that we'll get to about 60, 70, 80 minutes and then it will still be 1-0. And then I'm going to be so nervous at that point. Oh, what a save, Jonathan Bond. I've got to stand up for that. Superb. Oh my gosh. What a save. Well, I think that was Ebu Adams again, wasn't it? I mean, a really powerful shot there. What a save. Really good. Really good stuff from Bondy in goal. Really has kept Watford in this game. Superb. Yeah, I mean, Watford should have conceded, really, if we're going to be totally honest here. Oh, shot comes in again. Bond dives. Oh my God. Yeah, Watford under the cosh early on in the second half from Derby County, continuing where they left off. Oh dear. Not good stuff from the Hornets. And yeah, we'll be rejoined by Cal for 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the match to go over what we've seen in the game today. But yeah, not a good start to the second half by Watford. I'm going to go on Twitter quickly on my phone, actually, just to see what other Watford fans are saying. Because whilst I like speaking to you guys, of course, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of other Watford fans in the world, all on social media. So I do like seeing people's other perspectives. Yeah, people complimenting Jonathan Bond. Another excellent save, someone said. Marvellous stuff. Massive fan. So someone there on Twitter. And yeah, Watford made one change at the break. Tomdedi Bashiru coming off, replaced by Musa Sissoko. It's certainly been an entertaining game. I've just got a gut feeling Watford may concede in this one, just because we do look quite susceptible at the back. I mean, Bondi is doing his best to save Watford at the moment, but yeah, some big saves from him. Oh, has the armband switched to Sissoko? I mean, I don't agree with that, James. I think Pollock should have kept it, because Pollock obviously started the game as captain. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Sissoko being the captain. I mean, I always treat players with respect on here on like a professional level, but it's been disappointing, hasn't he, Musa Sissoko? And that's me being nice towards him. So yeah, for me, I agree, James. I think Pollock should have kept the captain's armband for that second half. I mean, it means nothing really, but obviously when speaking to the referee, it's now going to be Sissoko, over Matty Pollock. So yeah, a little bit frustrated with that, but we can't change it too much. Oh my God, I've got to say, Derby County, they've obviously seen a weakness of Watford. They're constantly, bombing crosses into the box to try and catch us out on one of these occasions. And yeah, we are struggling defensively. I mean, Sierralta just doesn't seem comfortable to me. I'd like to see, maybe Porto, who's good in the air, or potentially Ogbonna, come into that back line as well, because Sierralta seems like an accident waiting to happen at the moment. Watford win a free kick though. Loser taking it literally right towards the halfway line, this one. So definitely not in any sort of attacking scenario. Albeit Loser looks like he's about to pump up the ball here for a header potentially. Oh, Pollock heads on. He's Bio. Oh, Bio, for God's sake. Honestly. I'll have to watch a replay. I thought Bayer should have done better there. He should have got to that and really put that in the back of the net. Here's Ngakia. Derby come away with the ball. That's disappointing. That is really disappointing. I thought Bayer should have scored there, really. Here's Vata into Loser. Back to Matty Pollock. Ugh. Disappointing. I thought that was going to be another goal for Bio. I was ready to get behind him and celebrate, even though I don't think he's a great player. I was ready to kind of get behind the guy and celebrate. And I think the goalkeeper did a good job actually coming out there and kind of closing down the angle. But yeah, if Bio had, a yard more pace, I think that would have been a goal. So Kayembe clears into Vacuum Bio actually. Oh, Bio. I mean, if Bio just held up that ball, Quadro Bar would have been through in a one-on-one situation. Really frustrating again. Bio, he needs to do better. James says, I will cry tears of happiness when Bio departs for Udinese. To be fair to Bio, he is our top goal scorer with, is it 10 goals he's scored now this season in the Championship? So He's scored more than anyone else, but I just don't think as a footballer he's that great, really. I've discussed this so many times, so I'm not going to talk about it again today. Here is Bayo on the ball, actually. Bayo driving forward. Passes it backwards to Kayembe. Kayembe out to Bayo on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Kayembe looks to shoot, feints backwards, goes out to Kwadwo Bar on this right-hand side. Bar driving at his fullback. Bar into Bayo. Bayo shoots. Kayembe still. Good move from Watford, this. Bayo's shot was on target and blocked. This is good from Watford. And cleared by Derby. The best move of the second half so far from the Hornets. And yeah, we probably should be 2-0 up by this point because, yeah, that was there's a few good chances in there for Watford to get some shots away. Tom cleverly on the touchline, giving some instructions to his players. Getting dark outside now. The sun's setting here in the UK. I know we have a lot of international viewers, so yeah, I always like to kind of talk about what the weather's like locally at the moment. And yeah, if you've been outside today, you'll know it is absolutely freezing. I think it's like 2 degrees. So yeah, it can't be that nice to play football in. But here come Derby County. Jerry Yates deflected off Sierralta. Shot saved by Jonathan Bond. I mean, Derby fans must be furious at their attack because they should be winning this game. You know, with the chances they've had. Again, it was Ebu Adams again. With the chances they've had, I mean, it should be at least 2-1 Derby, I would say. I'd love to look at the XG after the game finishes because, in fact, I can probably take a look at it now, actually, the XG. Loser on FOTMob with Watford's highest rating of the game so far, a 7.4 rating, of course, with that goal. Yeah, expected goals, 0.82 for Derby, 0.36 for Watford. They've had 10 shots to Watford's 4 and 2 big chances created, according to FOTMob, for Derby. So, yeah, clearly they've been the better attacking team in this game. Great interplay there with Bayo and Sissoko. Which is nice to see, actually. Bayo out wide to Kwadwo Bar, again, taking on his fullback. Bar! Oh my God. Nearly. Come on. We can get this second goal. Yeah, Kwadwo Bar, so electric, isn't he? He creates something every time. It's a shame. Come on. I believe. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. We just want that second goal for comfortability. Vata should have shot. You know, Vata taking too many touches there. You know, Watford need to kind of put Derby to bed now in this good phase of the game. Loser back to Pollock. Into Sissoko. Back to Pollock here. Pollock looking to kind of play a pass forward. He turns back, comes forward with the ball here, Matty Pollock. Come on. I just want that second goal just to feel more comfortable. But what do they say as well? You know, they always say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead you can have in football. You know, that's the classic saying, isn't it? So, yeah, I do want that goal though. Here's Sierralta, passes back to Bond. Yeah, Sierralta just unnerves me slightly. You know, his passes don't look comfortable. He looks, you know, a little bit strange in his overall body movements as well. Rocco Vata turns, drives at the Derby back line. Good work there from Vata. Loser into Kayembe, out wide to Ngakia. Nearly 60 minutes gone here at Derby. Tom Cleverley usually does make changes around that time of the game as well. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Of course, Sissoko has come on at half-time for TDB. So whether Cleverley looks to make any more changes, we'll have to wait and see. I just think defensively, we look a little bit shook. So I think Ogbonna would be good, or maybe Porteous just for his aerial ability. Watford do have a corner here, though. Jack over in Australia. Hello. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I'm wearing the purple shirt, Jack, again today, and it's given us good luck so far. So, yeah, I'm all good. So Watford with the corner here. Loser takes it once again. Header comes in. I was a bit confused by the camera angle there. It looked like that was going in. Oh my god, the shot from... Who was that? Was that Musa Sissoko? It took a deflection, goes wide of the goal, and yeah, Watford win themselves another corner here. Oh my god! I'm just watching that back on the replay. So yes, Sissoko's shot, a thunderbolt, comes off the bar, hits Zetterstrom in the head, and goes out for a Watford corner. I mean, Watford are getting so close to scoring here. Kayembe shoots, cleared off the line by the Derby goalkeeper. Oh my god. Come on, Watford, come on. We need to be more clinical. We have to be more clinical. CG is in chat. Hello, hope you're well. We've got to be more clinical. Honestly, we've had the chances to win this match now. We've had the chances to win, and we need to get the second goal. I keep repeating myself, I know, but we've had so many chances in the last 5 minutes or so, guys. You really have. I mean, if you're not watching the game, you won't really know what I'm talking about. But even then, with Sissoko, a decent shot hitting the bar, you can't get much closer than that. Come on. Please do subscribe if you are new as well. This always happens in watch-alongs. I start off, feeling quite comfortable, kind of leaning back in my chair. And then, yeah, as the second half develops, my nervous tension increases. Derby County making a substitution here, their first of the game. I'll confirm it to you when it appears on screen. 61 minutes, 20 seconds gone. So Jackson comes off, number 19, and number 27, Blackett Taylor, has come on for Derby County. So that is their change, and their only change so far. So Watford have a corner to defend from here. Please, please, come on, just head this away. Someone get a contact on this. We don't. Oh, God, we really don't look comfortable. And here come Watford on the counter potentially. Ngakia looking to find Vata. And yeah, Watford don't really make the most out of that counter-attacking opportunity. George is playing FIFA just to not feel as on edge. Fair enough, George. VJ says, really good interview, Cabin, not to be missed. Absolutely. If you guys haven't checked it out, we did an extensive, exclusive interview with former Watford defender and current Udinese centre-back, Christian Cabasele. That appeared on the YouTube channel yesterday. So yeah, after the game today, please do go and check that out. It was really fun to record. And yeah, Cabba was a top bloke. We talked everything from Gino Pozzo to Gerard Deulofeu to the FA Cup final, Walter Mazzari. We kind of covered as much as we could in that 40-minute period. So yeah, a great chat with Cabba. Please do go and check that out. Watford substitution here. An interesting change. Number 2's coming off, Jeremy Ngakia. And yeah, number 37 coming on, Yassir Larouchi. So Ngakia, more of a defensive fullback, coming off, and Tom Cleverley putting on Yassir Larouchi, which is not the change I would have made, really. Watford have really struggled defensively in this game, and Larouchi, he's not good. He isn't good. I've got to say it. I wouldn't sign him on a permanent deal for me. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that sub from Tom, but I'll get behind it because I'm a Watford fan, but I'm not a huge fan of that change. Yassir Larouchi coming on. Let's hope he can, score a goal or create something in them attacking moments. Hobby Town's in here as well. Working too hard to join, but how are you playing? Welcome, Hobby Town. Hope you're well. We're doing all right. In fact, what I've got to do is I've got to bring the score back. There we go, so you guys can see. Yeah, we're doing okay. I just think defensively we look a little bit suspect at the moment. On the verge of conceding, I would say. So just got to tighten up at the back, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Jack says Clevs clearly wants a second, potentially so, but I just feel like Derby are going to get a goal, Jack, at some point. They've really been good in my opinion. I would have brought on maybe Porto or Ogbonna potentially for Francisco Sierralta. I think Sierralta has really been our weak point today in that back line. He just makes me nervous. And a foul there by Imran Loser that time. And yeah, Millwall with not Millwall. They wear the same colours as Millwall. Derby with a free kick here. Josh T, to be honest, when we try and sit back and defend, it never works. I know that's not what I want us to do, but I just feel we could maybe swap out Sierralta for maybe a Porto or an Ogbonna, because we just look so nervous at the back right now. It's really making me quite uneasy, watching us try to defend all these Derby crosses, because they really are putting in so many crosses at every opportunity. Here's Bio. Oh, it's a great ball from Bio into Sissoko. Here we go. This has got to be 2. Yes! Come on! Come on! Edu Koyembe, get in! Come on! Yes! Get in! Oh, a lovely counter-attacking move from Watford. Get in! Come on! Edu Koyembe. Oh, yes! Yes! Come on! Come on! Oh, superb stuff. An assist for Musa Sissoko as well, by the way, for all the Musa Sissoko haters out there, which includes myself. Good finish by Edo. Really good stuff. Yeah, lovely stuff. Like if you play FIFA, it's like a finesse shot, into that bottom corner. Really composed. Great counter-attacking move. I think it was Bio into Sissoko, and then Kayembe through on goal, one-on-one with Zetterstrom. And yeah, he puts Watford 2 goals up. You love to see it. You love to see it. Delighted, absolutely, thrilled with that. So yeah, let's get the score changed. Watford 2, Derby 1. Yeah, very fortunate, I would say. I think Derby have been far the better side in this game in terms of attacking opportunities. So yeah, there we go. Derby 0, Watford 2. I'm happy. The purple shirt is finally lucky. It's finally lucky. Yeah, lovely stuff. Really pleased. Here come Watford again. Here come Watford again. Kwadwo Bar. Kwadwo Bar shoots. It's saved. Oh, chance for 3-0. Goodness me. Oh my gosh. This is exciting. Here's Kayembe. Bar. Here's Kwadwo Bar. Goes down. Referee, it's a foul. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. A foul on Kwadwo Bar there. The Derby defender, not very happy, but we'll take that every day of the week. Superb stuff from the Hornets today. Oh, yes. Luton drawing, but in the relegation zone. Oh, yes. The day gets even better. Shit on Luton. Honestly. Chris is loving it. Jack's taking it. Looked offside, says Jack. It doesn't matter, Jack, does it? Kayembe slots it away. We've got no VAR in the Championship. And, yeah, Watford looking very comfortable. Tom says, come on. Edinho, says George. Josh T. Edo Kayembe. Yeah, you guys loving the goal. Hopefully we make it 3. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Watford have a free kick here from that foul on Kwadwo Bar. Loser stepping over the ball to take this. So many people tuning in today as well. I really appreciate the support. If you could do so, please do hit subscribe down below. It'd be very much appreciated. So Loser with the great delivery. It's free! It's 3-0! Oh, it's offside. It's offside. It's offside. Calm down. Oh my gosh. I think that was it Matty Pollock or Bio? I couldn't quite see. It was one of them who scored. Calm down, guys. Calm down. It's not 3-0. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. Yeah. Sorry, I get too excited. I get too excited. This has been really positive actually from Watford. I'm really happy with today's performance. I probably will do a separate match reaction video actually, after the game, kind of talking about my thoughts and feelings, because we've not won yet, but it looks like it will be that way at the moment. So yeah, really pleased. Just defensively, I have question marks. Really, that's all I will say. But going forward, we've had no Georgie Shafatatse today as well, guys. Do you remember that? And yeah, we've not. It doesn't feel like we've missed him really. So I'm pleased. I really am. Everyone has contributed to the game in some way. I think the midfield has worked better than we've seen in previous weeks. The switch to the back four hasn't really changed how defensively sound we are. I don't think we've pretty much stayed the same as before. James Abankwa has looked pretty solid on that right hand side. So all in all, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. Yeah, 50 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I think the only higher amount of viewers we had for a watch along was Luton. I think we had like 80 concurrent live viewers for the Luton Town watch along. But yeah, today is probably the second highest record, to be fair. So I really appreciate everyone's ongoing support, and I've got to keep plugging the Christian Kabasele interview as well, because I'm really proud of that actually. So yeah, do go and watch that after the game is finished. It's a great watch. Caba's a good laugh. We do some quick fire questions at the end. I ask him Messi or Ronaldo, Football Manager or FIFA, questions like that as well. So yeah, it's a good laugh, the Caba interview. So do go and watch that and give that some love as well. Here come Derby. Larouche defending on this left-hand side here. Vata getting back and helping out as well. It's what we love to see, is that defensive work rate from Vata. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, we are really... I mean, Derby County, their fans should be so annoyed. Oh, here come Watford on the counter. Yasser Larouche. Rocco Vata. Into bar. Oh, God. It should be free. It should be free. Oh my God. We've been excellent. On the counter-attack, I mean, that's where we've had our best moments today. On the counter-attack, kind of Larouche and Gakia, Bar, Vata, Bio, Loser, them sorts of players on the counter have been so dangerous and really tearing Derby apart. So that's where we've been, at our strongest. We should have scored more goals. I think both teams could say that at the end of the game. Both teams should have more goals than we've seen. And Derby will be frustrated with their performance today. So Loser taking this corner once again. Obviously the corner resulting from the bar shot that was just saved. Come on, Watford. So Loser, another dangerous ball. Referee, saw some sort of foul in there, I think, or an offside potentially. As VJ says, give us a like down below and yeah, help us grow as a channel, of course. Yeah, really pleasing from Watford. Good counter-attacking football. And yeah, Preston on Tuesday night at Vicarage Road. I'm going, of course. I'm a season ticket holder. I just hope they replicate, that sort of attacking performance at the Vic. Substitution for Watford here. It looks like my feed's not the cleanest, high quality today, but it looks like Ryan Andrews is coming on here. Mendes Lang coming off for Derby. Brown coming on. And yeah, Ryan Andrews getting prepared on the touchline, it seems. So I'll let you know what happens with that. It will probably come on, I suspect, for James Abankwah, unless Tom Cleverley wants to go to a back five, maybe. But yeah, I suspect it'll be Andrews on and yeah, Abankwah off. So here come Derby down the left-hand side once again. Abankwah doing some defending at the moment. Headed clear by Pollock. Lovely header by Pollock to get that clear. Vatter picks it up. Goes out for a Derby throw. They take quickly. And yeah, Yas Larouche, you know, trying to foul the Derby player there quite clearly. The referee lets play go on. Headed out by Kwadwo Bar. Kayembe. Good work by Edo there. Oh, it's been good. It's been good. You know, it's been really pleasing actually just to see some goals for a change, because the last few watch-alongs I've done on here have been so dull. You know, they really have. And to actually watch a little bit of entertaining football for once has been really good. And I think what this should do as well is hopefully send a message to Gino, to Duxbury, to Zwandu Kanani and say, you know, give Tom Cleverley, you know, a few more resources. You know, if you can, Gino, you know, if you can, put a bit of money into the club and, yeah, give Tom Cleverley some more quality players, because we're doing this with a squad that really isn't up to playoff standard, yet we are continuing to challenge for them positions. So, yeah, hopefully this sends a message to the board that they should back Tom Cleverley further in the transfer window. And yes, I was right. Our new signing, James Abankwah, is coming off to a standing ovation from Watford fans. Number 25. And yeah, one of our own from the academy, Ryan Andrews, who's got a good strike on him himself, is coming on. And you can kind of see what Tom Cleverley's doing with these substitutions. He's kind of, you know, noticed that our best moments are coming on the counter-attack. He's brought on Larouche, Andrews, you know, two very pacey fullbacks. So I think he's looking to kind of exploit Derby's defensive vulnerabilities with, you know, with pace, really. Ogbonna looks to be coming on as well. So maybe Tom Cleverley is listening to this watch along live with us, because he's literally making the changes I asked for pretty much. Here's Larouche, shoots and goes just wide of Zetterstrom's goal. And yeah, Watford preparing Ogbonna, it looks like, on the touchline as well. I'll read your comments in just a moment. My eyes are firmly focused on the game, of course, as you can imagine. But yeah, we'll get through some of your comments once again in just a few moments. Another corner for Watford. Interesting, I didn't think Larouche's shot there took a deflection, but the referee clearly thought it did. So Watford do have another corner here. 77 minutes gone at Pride Park. A third goal would be lovely. Loser plays it short to Vatter. Vatter into Kayembe. What? I don't know what the issue was there. I mean, the referee just stopping Watford playing. Vatter is just as confused as I am. He's saying, what the hell is going on? And yeah, Watford making a change now. So Ogbonna coming on. Let's see who's coming off. Will it be Francisco Sierralta? It's Kwadwo Bar. So actually a defensive-minded change there from Watford. Ogbonna coming on for Kwadwo Bar. I suspect now we will go to a back five potentially. So yeah, Tom Cleverley has clearly seen enough. He's happy with the 2-goal lead and he wants to sit on that now, I would suspect. So yeah, contrasting substitutions from Cleverley. You know, bringing on 2 attacking fullbacks and then another centre-back is an interesting move to make. Felipe Gajo, buen dia, just woke up and playing catch-up. How's the new fullback playing? He got carded early. Yeah, other than that, Felipe, I thought he did really well, to be fair, James Abankwah. I think he showed some good pace, some good recovery runs, and a few good moments in attack as well. He nutmegged someone in the first half as well, getting across into the box. So a solid, 6.5, 7 out of 10 for me, Felipe, for James Abankwah. Come on, Watford. So yeah, about 10 minutes or so to go, 12 minutes of normal time left to play. Then, of course, there'll be slightly, a few minutes added on towards the end. But yeah, I'm pretty confident now saying that we should be securing the 3 points today. Touch wood, I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, so far, in the last 5-10 minutes or so, we look a little bit more in control. Oh, Loser really pressing from the front. Superb there from Imran Loser, applying lots and lots of pressure to that Derby back line. Yeah, lots of people asking me this. I'll quickly cover it once again, Josh, for you. What are your thoughts on Abankwah's debut? Yeah, a solid, 6.5, 7 out of 10 for me. Didn't do much wrong. Got carded early on, which, the referee, he probably could have let him get away with it. But other than that early yellow card and the tackle, he's looked solid. Good pace. I think that's what Tom Cleverley wanted in his back line. Some more pace, some good recovery runs. In attack, he looks quite good as well. Certainly better than Ngakia down the right-hand side, I would say, in attack. So yeah, solid from me, Josh. A solid performance. Here comes Ryan Andrews. Oh my gosh, this should be free. Andrews into Bio. Oh, for God's sake, not again. Oh, it should be free. It should be free. Kayembe on the follow-up as well. Really good pace shown there by Ryan Andrews. Bio just isn't quite committing to these challenges for me. Bio could have had a goal there. The ball was there to be won. It's a shame. It's a shame. Watford got to be more clinical. But, yeah. What a shame. Ryan Andrews showing good pace, though, I have to say. Down that right-hand side against probably quite tired legs for Derby. I think Tom Cleverley has probably made the right changes, actually, on reflection. Still surprised Sierralta's playing. Oh, Derby again, threatening to get a goal. That they're still, getting into good positions here. Ball comes in towards the back post and goes over absolutely everyone. And yeah, that's a Watford goal kick. And Jonathan Bond, I'm sure, will start taking his time with these as well. Yawns, says Tom. I'll be at Preston on Tuesday night as well. So if you see me at Preston, well, at Vicarage Road, but playing Preston, feel free to say hello. I usually sit in like the upper Graham Taylor stand area, kind of, towards like the halfway line-ish, just to the right-hand side. So yeah, if you kind of sit up near there or see me wandering about, please do say hello. I'm not a monster. I'm quite a nice guy, I think. So yeah, happy to chat with anyone and everyone. So yeah, looking forward to that. And Luton, not too far away. Luton at home, probably 3 or 4 weeks away now. It's not too long to wait. I think middle of February, Luton, isn't it? So yeah, looking forward to that game and expecting lots of abuse from Luton fans here on YouTube, of course, as is usually what happens. Again, good defending there by the Hornets. Pollock again, who's been a machine today. I mean, Pollock's shirt, actually, they just showed Matty Pollock on camera, of course, wearing the yellow Watford shirt today. He's so muddy, honestly. There's literally mud. The yellow shirt more looks brown because Matty Pollock is covered in so much mud today. We hate Preston. What was the reverse fixture when we played Preston earlier in the season? I can't remember. Was it a draw? Was it like a 0-0 draw? I can't quite remember that Preston game. You have to remind me in the live chat. My memory's not great. We lost 3-0, did we? Oh yeah, I remember because Osmajic wasn't that the guy who bit? He did a Luis Suarez and bit someone a few games before, didn't he? Didn't get banned. Scored a hat-trick against Watford. I remember. Yeah, not good. Thanks for reminding me, Tom. Yeah, hopefully we see a different result at Vicarage Road. Let's have a drink. Stay hydrated. I get thirsty doing these watch-alongs because I'm literally talking for like 2 hours straight. So it does strain my voice ever so slightly.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
No. Shut up, Siri. It does that all the time. I even put it into Do Not Disturb, but for some reason it's still trying to speak to me. So I think there's something wrong with my Apple Watch, honestly. It's good for exercise though. Like when I go out running, it's really good. Right, not long left to go, guys, in this second half. Watford's still trying to get a third goal, to be fair, which is always good to see, even in the final moments of this game. A few Derby fans I can see starting to get out now at the stadium. Yeah, Vacuum Bio just isn't quite in the same wavelength as Rocco Vata sometimes. Rocco Vata is a very, very intelligent footballer, and Bio for me just isn't quite on that level. Not to be rude to Bio, but yeah, Vata you can see is clearly, you know, a very intelligent player, very skillful, and it's going to go to the very top of the game in my opinion. He should be in Ireland's senior team already, to be honest. I don't know how he hasn't. I don't think he's made an appearance for the senior team yet, has he, for Ireland? So, yeah, he should be playing for them. James says, we've missed 3 big chances today, according to FOTMOD. Definitely needs to be more clinical. I said that all along. I said both sides, actually, James. I mean, I don't know if you're watching, but Derby probably could have had a couple of goals as well, to be honest. So, yeah, not great. We could have scored way more, really. But, yeah, we've got the 2 goals. Loser and... I've forgotten the second goal scorer. Kayembe. My memory is so bad. Yeah, Loser and Kayembe. We got the goals. Bit of an injury worry here for Watford. Jonathan Bond's gone down. I think he might be time wasting here. You can see the Watford fans kind of applauding. Hopefully he'll be okay. If not, it'll be the senior debut of Miles Roberts. Remember, the academy goalkeeper. But I think Jonathan Bond is just doing a bit of... clever time wasting here for Watford in the final few minutes of this match. If not, if he comes off, then yeah, Miles Roberts will be coming on. But yeah, Bondy looks okay. He's got back up. I think he was just doing a bit of time wasting there, and yeah, letting Watford regroup for the final 3 minutes or so of normal time. Yeah, lots of empty seats at Pride Park today, actually. A much better attendance in Cardiff, though. If you guys watched the Cardiff game during the week, there are so many empty seats there. I mean, probably 3/4 of their stadium was empty. I know they're protesting against their owner, Vincent Tan, at the moment. And a good win for them today against Swansea, actually. 3-0 in their derby. But yeah, Cardiff's attendances aren't great, I've got to say. Oh, VJ says there's a £2 super chat for me if we get to 37 likes. So what an incentive. So yeah, do hit like down below. It is much appreciated. And it does let YouTube know that you do like what you're watching here on the Watford Way. We're here for pretty much every away game. I used to go to quite a few, but I kind of stopped post-COVID just because, you know, I got busier and stuff. But yeah, hopefully I'll get to a few more soon. But yeah, I do enjoy watching it with you guys here on the channel as well. So yeah, we'll be back here for Coventry next weekend, away from home. I think that's a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff as well, which is good. You know, getting back to the more regular time of Saturday at 3 o'clock. So yeah, we'll be back on here for that. And of course, we'll be looking ahead to Preston, reacting to that game. So yeah, lots of content to come. The Cava interviews on our channel as well. So lots of stuff for you guys to look at. We've got our social pages, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. TikTok now as well. So yeah, give us a follow on everything if you can. So 1 minute left to go. There's not really been any major injuries here at Pride Park today. So maybe 3 or 4 minutes added on by the referee, if that. Callum will be joining us for the final few minutes as well. So when I see him pop into the studio, I'll add him back in. But yeah, looking forward to it. Odger says, hard to understand. This is the same team that faced Cardiff a few days ago. Yeah, very much is hard to understand, you know, how players can put in such different performances. Jeff, one of our channel members, thank you, Jeff, so much for your continued support. Much, much better today. Yes, I think on the counter-attack, Jeff, absolutely, we've been really, really good. I still have to say, you know, it's a negative, but defensively, we have been a little bit all over the place again. Derby should have scored 2 or 3 goals if they'd been more clinical. You know, if this was like a Leeds, a Burnley, a Sheffield United, we would have lost today, I think, personally, or even like a Sunderland, for example. But Derby, you know, don't really have the attacking quality to kind of capitalise on that. So, yeah, we've been lucky in that respect. Here comes LaRouche looking to find Bio. So 4 minutes added time. What I'll do is I'll add Callum back in now just for the final 4 minutes, and we'll chat to him up until about 5 p.m. or so. Callum, hello once again. Hope you are well and enjoyed that second half. Very entertaining football from Watford. Edu Kayembe, the second goal, Callum. Talk to me a bit about that.
God, it was ping pong football up until after that second goal. There, we were going for the juggler. We could have had at least 4 or 5 if we had our shooting boots on and we were a lot more clinical. But yeah, it was a great goal by Kembe. Of course, I think he was playing in a position where he was because we changed formation. It wasn't actually the formation that was showing up on something like FootMob or the other websites, because I think we were playing with the 3 up front with a 3-man midfield. But obviously, it was good that he stayed in the field there and was accompanied by Musa Sissoko, who, funnily enough, got an assist today as well. So after all the slating they were going to give him, he did get an assist. But yeah, it was a great work goal by Kembe.
It was a great counter-attacking move, wasn't it? I think it was Bio into Sissoko and then Sissoko into Kayembe, who ultimately slotted it away. You know, is that exactly where Watford found, you know, their joy today, through, you know, winning the ball back and then using our pace, you know, on the counter-attack? Derby do have a free kick right now, by the way, so I am watching that as we continue to speak, Callum, as well.
So yeah, our counter-attacks have been our main way of really producing a threat today, and I think that was definitely evident. I know for the second goal, when you were when we were watching the live watch along, I think we already kind of anticipated when the ball was going through to Kembe that we were almost expecting it to be a second goal, and alas, it was. And of course, I mean, it wasn't exactly the same for the first goal, but it was a great effort there for Imran Loser, who slotted it away very nicely. But yeah, I think counter-attacking, we looked very promising, and obviously that has proven for the 2 goals that we got today. So it'd be great to see if we can try and capitalise upon this, and upon our next game we can start using the same formation. Maybe bring in a bit more experience, like we had there, holding solidity at the back, like we did when we substituted. We substituted Tom Bashiri, who I still would have probably kept on, but to really get that solidity in the midfield, that would be really important. But yeah, it's been really promising and been a lot better than what we saw at Cardiff.
It's quite a long injury here on the pitch at the moment. I think it's Blackett Taylor who's down, just receiving treatment from the physios at the moment. VJ with a £2 super chat as well. 37 likes achieved. Well done all. Thank you very much, VJ, for your support. It really is appreciated, of course. And yeah, coming towards the end of this game now, we'll run through all our members and super chats from today in just a moment as well. But yeah, coming towards the end, you know, the possibility here of Derby getting a consolation goal. The camera just showing the Watford fans in that corner, actually, Callum, who you have to give them credit, because it's been a long old trip for them today, and you know, they've been thoroughly rewarded, haven't they?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lot better than travelling into the back arse end of Wales to see such a subpar performance. I can tell you that. So it was a lot better from the boys today. I'm sure Tom gave them a stern talking to, and gave them a lot more of a hard and intense training, obviously leading up to this game. And you know, Derby's still not a short way away from Watford. So yeah, it's been a great performance from the boys. A lot better than what we've seen, and I hope that we can go back home happy. We don't give up anything stupid.
As
come,
Brown
we slap,
Electron says, we come, we slap,
we
we
slap,
go.
we
The
go.
famous Musa Sissoko quote there.
Isn't
Obviously,
it? Isn't
still
it?
about a
We
minute or
come,
so
we
left to
slap, we
go in
get
this
3
game.
points.
Derby could get a consolation here. I'm just watching it as I speak. Here we go.
Isn't
So
it?
Derby stepping over this free kick. Shot comes in. Oh, just wide of Jonathan Bond's post. I think the referee may add another minute or so on here, Callum, because of that injury. Man of the match today, who would that be for you? I've not actually chosen one yet, so I'll leave it down to you. For me, if I was to pick one, it would probably be between Loser and Bondi. What would you go with?
For me, I think I said it last game in Cardiff. I think he was absolutely brilliant. And he's pulled off some vital saves today for us that really have kept us in this. It has to be Jonathan Bond again, I think. And it really does go to show that he is, he's taken a position, taken advantage of Dan Backman being dropped from the squad and has really held his position well. And I reckon he's going to be our stalwart goalkeeper now for the rest of the season, which is really good to see. So yeah, it has to be Jonathan Bond for me. Of course, a massive, obviously commending that whole team realistically, apart from a few players that I think have done a lot better today.
Matty Pollock
Some
as well.
standout.
Have you seen the state of his shirt? What a warrior! Honestly, it's so muddy.
Absolutely, it shows the passion he has and really understand what it means to play for Watford and wear that shirt. So yeah, for me, I think players that really need to be commended are obviously Jonathan Bond, Matty Pollock, Imran Lousa, Kayembe. Do you know what? Even Sissoko, to be honest, I don't actually think he's been that bad, to be fair. So
no, you know what? To be fair, I know I'm a big critic of him, but yeah, today he's been okay. He's been okay.
And of course, as well, got to give a massive shout out to our debutant James Abankwa. Bit interesting what happened in the first half, obviously with his yellow card and that foul that could have been probably turned the other way if the referee was a bit nicer. But you can't complain with his debut. Nearly had a chance, had a shot on goal, was very sound defensively. Has practically kept us with a clean sheet today. So that's absolutely brilliant stuff from him, and hope to see him get a lot more games in the future if this is what Tom chooses to play him at right back.
This should be full time in just a moment. We're in 96 minutes now, and there's only 4 added on. So I'm just waiting for the referee to blow up now. Zeta Strong with the ball at the moment, launching long. Lots of Derby fans leaving, and that is full time. Callum, Watford 2, Derby 0. Get in. That is what we love to see. We've pretty much discussed everything about the game, but we'll go on FOTMob in just a moment to check out the latest player ratings, and we'll see if we agree with them. I'll literally spend about 5 minutes or so, and then I've got to shoot off for some food, as I mentioned earlier, so we won't be here for too much longer. VJ says a clean sheet away from home is a statement to the hierarchy. Give us some players to give us a fighting chance, absolutely. And before we dive into the player ratings, Helen becoming a new channel member earlier today, thank you so much. And VJ with them 2 super chats as well. VJ, much appreciated. Of course, your support as well. So we'll dive into the player ratings now, Callum. You can see them on your screen here. I don't know if that's too small for you to make out, but I'll read them out to you from a Watford perspective. Jonathan Bond in goal, a 7.4 rating. That's definitely warranted, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Our man of the match for sure. He's kept us. He's given us a clean sheet the first time away since Ipswich months ago. Yes, he deserves the rating and fully deserves a place in the starting 11 now for the remainder of the season, in my opinion.
Man of the match from FOTMob has actually gone to Mendes Lang, which I find really interesting. I mean, he did put in a lot of crosses kind of into that Watford box, but yeah, an interesting decision there from FOTMob to award him the player of the match. Loser 7.8, Kayembe 7.8. Of course, both of them getting goals. Vata I thought was really good as well. Tomleni Bashiru, Callum, will discuss really quickly because that's an interesting change at half-time, wasn't it? Of course, I'll come back to us now quickly. Tom cleverly taking him off for Musa Sissoko. Are you hoping that's just a tactical change and not an injury? Because he's only just come back today and made his first appearance for quite a long time, of course.
Exactly, and that's the worry that I had going into this. When I realised that he got taken off, obviously when I was on the live stream just about to leave, I was thinking, he's just come back. He's not exactly fresh as a daisy. He's still probably got he's still probably just recovering. He's not made a full recovery yet. This could be an extension onto the injury that he had, or he may have just taken a simple knock, or just something that may set him out for a game or two, which does concern me. And of course, we do send our best over to Tom if that is the case, and I'm sure that Cleverly will confirm that post-match. Yeah, it's good to know that obviously his replacement in Musa Sissoko, did do as well as what he did today. Obviously got the second goal assist,
Yeah,
and hopefully he can keep up that level of performance. But obviously Tom Delabishiri is a vital part of midfield to us, and he did prove in that first half that on his day he is one of the most direct and best midfielders in the championship, and I'll happily die on that hill. I think he's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, again he seems to pick up a lot of injuries and has legs made of breadsticks. So we have
yeah.
to see
I
really
don't
what
think it's
happens.
helped by sometimes the managers, because I felt Tom Cleverley kind of forced him to play through, his strapping at times before he got injured. But yeah, finally, vacuum bio. Um, an interesting performance from him today, Callum. He didn't get a goal, but he was part of the attacking moves that led to, especially the second goal in particular. He's not the answer, is he? But he has scored 10 championship goals for Watford this season. He is, our top goal scorer at the club currently. Is he for you the best striking option we have, or would you still look to bring someone else in?
I mean, I've said it, over multiple streams I've been on here. He's such a mixed bag. He can score a handful on one game week. The next game week, he's got his boots on backwards, and obviously it does prove today. He had the service down the wings in Vata and Bar. There we go. But yeah, he just couldn't find the back of the net. I don't actually know how many shots he ended up with. Obviously, I checked in the first half, knowing that he had literally no shots at all. But yeah, I think I saw in the end he had 2 shots on target, 1 off target, if I believe. I don't know if that changed towards the end of the match because I only saw that around the 80th minute. But again, it does prove that we are in dire need for a striker. I was looking really on the bench just to see if there's any other options. We had Tom Ince and Nabizada and those kind of outlets, which of course aren't really exactly at Bio's level. Um, that we could have really used on to make an impact. So, of course, we expected that from Daniel Jefferson, but of course, his loan did not work out whatsoever. So it does prove that we do need to go into the market and really look for a striker that can either come as an impact or can assist Bio or work alongside him to really provide him with the service and get those goals and really work well as a championship duo towards the end of the season. I can obviously see that we've got reports coming out throughout this transfer window that we're thinking about recalling Rajovic. Again, I'd like to get your thoughts on that firstly, quickly. What do you think? I'm kind of going to reverse the roles in terms of what's going on the channel.
No,
There.
that's
What do
okay.
you think
Very quickly,
about?
because I've got to shoot off to have some feed in just a moment. But yeah, it's the cheap option to take, isn't it? I think what they may be doing is prioritising other positions. Is what's been suggested in kind of press conferences, where you might bring Rajovic back to add some depth to the striker position, but then that allows Jefferson's wages to then be reallocated to maybe like a midfielder or a left back, for example. I don't know what the club will do, but I think that's what will happen. So yeah, I'm not against Rajovic coming back. He has his use cases, especially aerially. Headers. He could have probably had a couple today, Rajovic, with the crosses we put in. But yeah, it's not fantastic news, is it? VJ says 38 likes is a record for this season for a watch along. Subscribe and share for top Watford content, and check out my latest interview with Christian Cabasele as well. Thank you, VJ, for your super chats. Thank you, everyone, for watching today as well. Thank you, Callum, for coming on and resting my voice slightly throughout this as well. It really is appreciated, I can assure you. And yeah, we'll be back here for another watch along for the Coventry game next weekend. I'll check in with Callum regarding his availability before that as well. And yeah, plenty of stuff to happen before that. We've got Preston on Tuesday. Obviously, I'll do a match reaction for that game at the Vic as well. So yeah, any final words from you, Callum, before we head off?
Of course, it's a great win that we got today. 2-0. Can't complain with that. Clean sheet. First time away since God knows how long. And yeah, it's months and months. Absolutely brilliant support as well on the channel today. Seeing 50 plus viewers in here has been absolutely brilliant. And 37 likes, as Vidi just covered there. It's absolutely brilliant. 38 likes, sorry. It's absolutely brilliant. Keep up the support. Of course, check out James's interview. Absolutely brilliant insights into that. If you want to follow my channel, not YouTube channel, but Instagram account, it is at the Hornets House. That's at the Hornets House, just all one word. Yeah, I have been inundated with uni work at the moment, so you're not seeing as much content from me, but I can assure you that it's probably going to change in the next month or so. So keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on the page, and we'll make sure to keep you posted as the updates come through.
Good stuff. Thank you, Callum. James will be doing an update before Preston. I'm not sure. I'll probably do a reaction to today's game, but maybe not a Preston preview. But I'll certainly do a Preston reaction, so you can keep an eye out for that. Ellis is here. Hope you're well, Ellis. Right, I do ramble on at the end of these things. So yeah, we'll leave now. Callum, thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.